And good afternoon to you. Definitely going to be an exciting day today. And we'll get that finished up over there. One of these days, going to move quicker with that one. But good afternoon. Very excited today. Got a couple of birthdays that are out there, a couple of special ones. You know who you are. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I won't sing. Definitely not going to sing. So over the last couple of days, it's been pretty darn exciting. There's a bunch of different, bunch of different little things, and some of them not even that little, that are coming up. One of them I want to get back to again today, and that was through the Kabod at Stony Brook. We have a guest speaker March 1st, so I'm going to play another video. We're going to get caught up on his travels in Iraq, which is actually one of the reasons why this got is going to be scheduled for March 1st. So I'm pretty darn excited about that because I actually couldn't make Thursday. Is the reality of that one? But so that'll come up. Also chatting with the HIA people, Hot Dog Industrial Association. They have their trade show May 26th. So there is somebody that I am suggesting to attend at that one, which would be great. Let's just say that it'll be a good thing for so many people. And the show itself, we're also looking at possibly doing a panel discussion. Ran into an issue that I just didn't know. None of one of these obstacles that you just don't know until you speak to people that are in the midst of it. So that was an eye opener. Let's move this table a little bit closer. There we go. See if I can do this without with looking over here. So that was a bit of an eye opener. May run into a challenge actually with the students in the school system in May because it's too close to the end of the year. So field trips might be a challenge, and having some of the workforce development teachers, administrators, staff attend that one might be a challenge. So we're looking at that. On also our folks of it, the Long Island Needs a Drag Strip. They were unbelievable last year at the October trade show, and that was a lot of fun. Great photo opportunity too, with a couple of different things. George and Dennis, thank you for that one. That was a blast. And Anthony and the rest of the team at the HIA for making that happen. So that was good. We were out where the food trucks were. The food trucks are going to be coming back again to the May event. So there will definitely be an outdoor component to it. So those of you that are in the weather forecasting business, May 26th must, let me use that word again, must become a good day. Definitely has to become a good day. So we need the outdoor weather on that one. So to work for us. So, so that'll be kind of interesting. So we'll see where we go with that one. Also, just to hit on that one from the other current event, that is the Long Island Needs a Drag Strip or racetrack. Over here. Guess we are. Don't know. All right. And if anybody's listening in on this one, got one listener. So is there. So the racetrack, not street, Long Island Needs a Drag Strip, and the rest of that. So those folks were unbelievably supportive of the idea of supporting the vocational programs, supporting the students, high school students, when it comes to their learning path, about some of the careers and possibilities that are here on Long Island. And that just continued to grow and it continued to be. So we are speaking with, I was going back to the HIA crowd. We are speaking with a few people to kind of gel that whole thing. So we'll see where that panel discussion winds up with the topic. But really, what we're trying to promote on that one, including those folks at the Long Island Needs a Drag Strip, is the idea that once you start getting involved in a project, then you begin to see what is possible. And you also begin to learn so much more about yourself and so much more about really what interests you or where you really want to go with Oh, that most important project of them all, you. Where do you want to go with you? Gosh, and I've been on such a journey. I'm going to use that word. Such a journey over my business career. So I started working. Well, you want to talk about? I used to deliver newspapers on a bicycle. I remember on a bicycle. Wow, that was back in the day, long time ago. Definitely a long time ago. But learned how to operate a business. Learned about responsibility. Learned about the fact that I have to get up on a Sunday morning and ride those papers around, and they're always big and thick. It was very heavy. But we did it, made the whole thing work. I had my canvas bag and went out there and did that whole thing. But through the rest of the career, some up, some down, mostly can't complain. I just, bottom line is, can't complain about the whole aspect of it. But looking back, I definitely wish I looked at things differently then and things would have been different. That's one aspect of it. But if that was the case, then I wouldn't be here today. So was it bad? I don't know. So looking back on that with your own career path, with your own challenges, your own obstacles that you faced, has it made you a better person because of that? My guess is it has. Especially if you're still continuing to grow, and as you should. Remember, age is no barrier. But as you continue to grow and continue to go, it's all these life experiences that really make you a better you. It gives you the ability to deal with things differently and from another person's perspective. And it gives you a chance to really, truly learn. That's where, the other project here with the Long Island Needs a Drag Strip, I volunteered last year. It looks like I'll be announcing the races this year on an ongoing basis. It also looks like, and I'm going to keep using the word looks like until it's all set in stone. But it looks like we're going to have the races will take place out there. There's still a limited amount of seats that would be available. We're capped out on the attendance levels. I believe that number to be 2,500. If I'm off by a couple hundred. So I'm sure each and every one will be sold out because that includes the drivers, teams, and spectators. It adds up really fast. But we're going to try something different this year. They are going to try something different this year, and they've asked me to be a part of it. Live streaming it. Yeah, live streaming it. So for a nominal fee, you'll be able to log in to see the races throughout the whole thing. And that voice you might hear, well, it might be me. I might have to use my radio voice as we announce cars lining up in lane number 1, lane number 2, when they continue to grow. But who knew? Who knew? I mean, I always enjoyed the microphone, but announcing car races, who knew? You just never know. And some of the past experiences, and I've been involved with them for a while, but more from a business aspect, not from the actual on-track experience. Things happen. So when you are on your journey, things will definitely happen. Things will be good. Things will be bad. Things will be what you expect, and things will come that less than desired outcome. Well, I'd like to tell you that you should look at the thing non-emotionally and just assume that it's the way it should be. And if you could do that 100% of the time, you're a better person than I am. Every once in a while, it's like, man, what in the world am I doing? What is going on? How did I make that mistake? How did this happen? How did that happen? I can't believe. But things then turn out differently, and you learn from these things, and that's an interesting one. So let's go check it over here. Let's see what our friend has learned in his trips to Iraq. And I will let's just flip over to it. Right now we're going to go shared screen. So we're going to add that to it. Baghdad, Iraq. Let's go with our first impressions of Baghdad. Let's make this theater mode. How you like that? Theater mode. This way you'll be able to see the whole thing a little bit better. It's 15 minutes. We are somewhere into this whole thing. So I have a few comments again at the end. And let's listen in. Here we go.
Good morning. It's a few minutes after 9 a.m. and I'm just leaving my room, heading upstairs to Luca's room to wake him up. And I'm gonna head outside and start doing what we need to do. So I got Lipa up, and he says that he feels like he only slept for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna give him a little more time to sleep. I'm gonna come back in maybe 20 minutes or so.
Hey, just to fill you in, the two of these guys flew out to Iraq from New York. They flew out to Iraq. They went through Turkey, then traveled on through Iraq. So they're going to practice the religious side of it. They're both Hasidic, and they're there for different reasons. They are there to.
We all wake
Well, we'll
up
find
with
out here.
morning breath,
Lipa is
but the
there because he
bacteria
really
that
wants to
multiply in everyone's mouth overnight doesn't.
Bad breath. So they wanted to. Lipa's there because he wants to write.
Okay,
He wants
so
to write
in the
about
lobby
the history
hotel,
of
I
that and
promised
write
you I would show
stories
it to you
from
guys.
that,
It's really
from his own
beautiful.
experience. So it's really
There's all these
pretty cool.
delicious pastries here, which is probably not kosher, so I can't partake. But I want to show you the lobby. There's seating area, nice fish tank,
It's beautiful.
and check this out. There's all these modern cars, and then exotic cars. There's another exotic car and another modern car. And this is the outside of the hotel. And there's more inside. I'll show you.
Wow, look at that. I don't know. Some of the stuff they show is anti-American. You got American cars. Go figure.
Streets. We left the hotel. Here we have another Iranian monument. Sculpture. Lipa, how you feeling?
I feel great. I mean, I'm counting the hours to go home just because of safety, because of my kids. You know, when you have kids, you think about your kids all the time. And I know they think about me. And my friends who think about me. I think about them. Well, we're gonna be good. Just looking for my camera. I don't think I have it, but the camera's in the bag.
This is the Swords Monument. Saddam Hussein built it in the 80s.
During our drive through the city, we also passed Baghdad's famous Celebration Square, many Islamic buildings and mosques, and of course, soldiers, tanks, and security forces.
On the Tigris River. We're heading down to the river right now. And we're going to take a little boat ride before it gets too hot. This is our first outing in Baghdad.
Hello. Hello.
Okay. Whoa. I knew it. I feel like I'm going to tip the boat. Okay, so we're here on the river, on the Tigris, and Lipa is recording sounds for a song that he's going to be doing. It's a bit of a crazy idea because he's literally going to be taking sounds from the river, sounds of the motor, and he's going to be recording vocals on the actual boat, on the actual river, which is spoken about in the songs.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
It's kind of interesting what they're doing. It's actually
fun
very
work
interesting.
Environment. And at the same time, when it comes down to business, we mean business.
There you go,
Every
YouTubers.
single person entering the company has a chance to succeed.
We give them training. A team behind me helped me with everything.
To have that extra set of hands behind you, and that's the reason why we're able to provide such great service to the clients.
If you are
Helps to have
looking grow
sponsors too, doesn't it?
yourself and your financials, join the Mint.
Okay. So Lipa's going to record a new song now on the water.
I removed the audio from this clip because Lipa wants to keep the song private until he's ready to release it.
We just got off the Tigris River.
Chicken in Hebrew is the question.
Unbelievable. We had such a
Such an interesting time over there. Lipa recorded vocals for a song. Now there's a call to prayer going off. We're heading back to the car. Okay, so we are on Mutanapi Street in Baghdad, and we're headed into the Sarai Bazaar that sells a lot of traditional stuff. So far, it's basically only art stuff, but I hope we're going to find some traditional things as well. I see Elvis Presley made it to Baghdad, and the heat is really starting to take effect. It's about 111, 110 degrees today, Fahrenheit, here in Baghdad, so it's not easy being out and about in the afternoon, which is why we're soon going to head back to the hotel and stay indoors for the hottest hours of the day because this is almost unbearable.
The guys were authentic. I can't believe Elvis was there. That's funny. Again, I really wonder how many people overall would really look to support each other if we take politics out of the whole darn thing, right? I think the best of all religions, not the extremists on all sides, but the best of all religions. Interesting.
And what? And how much is this? Is it also silver? Guarantee?
That English is spoken too.
Maybe. So we're in this antique shop, and we asked them to see if they have any Jewish items, and they showed up with a couple stuff, which is quite fascinating, actually. So, Luca's probably going to buy it.
So obviously they're not hiding the fact they're Jewish. A lot of stuff.
Whoa! Okay. So we're here now. This is the carpet section. Very nice. Let's see the old stuff. This is prayer mat, yes? Okay, so we stopped here outside the market. We're doing one of my favorite things to do on a hot day in the Middle East, getting fresh juice.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm just going to make a blessing on my juice, thanking God for this on a hot day.
And we're going to skip through the ads if I possibly can. There you go. Some of them we can, some of them we can't.
Okay, so we're back on the river. Looks like we're getting on a boat again. After we cross the river, we're going to go to the hotel and have lunch, and then we're going to head out for our next leg of the trip. Okay, so Lipa's collecting stones from the water. He's going to use it in his mixed media art. So we're here with one of the captains of the river police. It's nice to meet you. Thank you, shukran. You're welcome. Thank you, thank you. Everybody's so friendly here.
On our way back to the hotel, we passed many military vehicles and personnel, as well as one of Saddam Hussein's old palaces in Baghdad.
By the way, I appreciate you listening in on this one with me here. It's like watching TV with the
Okay, so we are currently in
from around the world with the
Fallujah.
world.
which I'm like pinching myself. Can't believe I'm here because this is a place that was involved in numerous wars, and I remember hearing this name all the time as a child growing up. It's funny, you hear it looks peaceful and everything, but once upon a time, this place was quite a mess.
Here we are on the Euphrates River in Fallujah, which I hear was, I did not know this, but it was once inhabited by ISIS, and before that Al Qaeda. And wasn't this place also very active during the U.S. invasion?
Yeah, it was like full of terrorist groups when US troops were there.
And now it's a peaceful city?
Now it's controlled.
See? Time heals things. Slowly, slowly, things get better. Thank God, Fallujah is free.
And you can capture the wisdom of language, So Lipa is recording some videos, composing songs. We're currently in Ramadi, which is not far from Fallujah, and these are places that traditionally had academies of Talmudic studies, and where the Talmud was written well over 1,000 years ago, almost 2,000 years ago. So this is a big part of the trip and what we're doing.
Composing a little song here. We're in a dua, and there's no excitement to show. I'm in a dua. I'm going to show you I'm here. I helped something. I bought something. I'm going to Pimbedisa. There's nothing. I'm going to Siba. There's nothing. I can stand in Brooklyn and tell you this is Pimbedisa, but it's not really Pimbedisa. Here is the place where I came all the way to look at this, at the ear of the yeshivas that was building Klal Yisrael. And this message occurs to me that it's not about finding a parosh as an Instagram picture. I'm here in this place. Abu came here to this world. They built up the Gemara, and the words of wisdom reach us. Lakewood, Monroe, Bnei Brak. It's not the building. It's not the paroshas. It's not the picture. It's the words of wisdom in the heart. Perfectionism is I have to record it here, do music. I mean, sometimes it's about the feelings. Like, this is just a regular street, but 1,000 years ago was a big school here. And you could look at it as a sentimental meaning, but for me, standing here composing a song and take it back to America and write it is an unbelievable gift, you know? And what we learn from this, and you as an Arab also, you both from a different culture than me, yeah? But we're just human beings, it's okay. And what I learned from this, the wisdom that our sages taught us here, even now it's a different culture, but people in America and Israel, Australia, Europe, Asia, they're still studying the wisdom that was practiced here. What we can learn from this is that when you leave wisdom in the world, it's not about that I have to have the place to be in the same place. You leave wisdom and it can continue forever.
There you go. Leave wisdom, it can continue forever. That's a nice thought.
It's late at night, probably after 1 a.m. again. And after lunch today, we went out to a couple places, an hour or two away from Baghdad, where we visited sites that previously held Talmudic academies, you know, close to 2,000 years ago. And Lipa composed some songs there, which was really, really special. He's a very talented guy, meaning like, I'm a friend of his, I'm not trying to toot his horn, but he, even I, who know how talented he is, I was blown away by some things he did today. It was really, 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 really
Kind of awesome.
really gifted. Anyhow, now I'm back in the hotel. I'm gonna have some dinner. Made myself a
ramen, whatever you call it, noodle soup. And we're gonna get ready to get some sleep. We have a big day tomorrow.
There you go, my friends. To be continued. Yeah, you know what? Maybe we'll pick up on this again tomorrow. Oh, there we go. Let's continue this one out. There we go. Let's stop. We'll close that out. We're good there. Let's go back to StreamYard. There we go. We'll come back over here. Fascinating, isn't it? You know, we get inspiration from different places, different people, different things, different opportunities, different obstacles, different everything, you know, as we go through. I'm really curious to see what his friend actually picked up over there, because on one hand, it seemed like he was disappointed about not seeing the buildings, not like walking. I wonder if he was wanting to walk into a page of history, like just walk into a temple, walk into a structure, walk into an area that was 2,000 years old, 2,000 years old, and just really experience it and be there. Well, it didn't really happen the way he expected it to happen, but he was there in that area. You know, that wealth of knowledge that was there. I think that's really it. I really do believe that it is the knowledge that moves us forward, not so much as the places and all the rest of that kind of stuff. You know, our environments need to be good. That's something that in current day, you know, these environments need to be good. And look, you know, in that area where they were, yeah, there was terrorist activities. There was a lot of fighting that was going on. Now it looks like many other places, a lot less traffic, but many other places that were there. Commerce was taking place. The bazaar was there. The hotels were gorgeous. The cars were gorgeous. You know, those structures were nice. I mean, it was all nice. I mean, we've seen actually the way they were going through and the way they were traveling, just really, really, really nice stuff. And then how were they received? You know, you looked at his cap. They weren't walking around with a yarmulke on, but they were wearing a hat, so that fits the you know, that aspect of life. But it didn't look like they were trying to hide the fact they were Jewish. And obviously, they were walking around with the cameras. They were doing a lot of videotaping. They were making themselves seen that was there. And it wasn't, they were hiding any of that stuff. Now, I also mentioned, as he did, that, you know, the police were there, you know, at the river. Wonder how that conversation went. But that looked like it was a very friendly one. The military is around frequently. It looked like it was around all the time. Yet he at least didn't film any interactions with the military while he was there. Interesting. That Elvis, that Elvis statue, that was a surprise, without a doubt. The American cars, the American muscle cars. They tell you, you know, some of the old cars, those things get around. So Long Island needs a drag strip, folks. You're actually doing a worldwide thing there, because those cars live on, don't they? Man, I wonder if maybe we'll find somebody else that's been down to Cuba. Fascinating, right? How many of those cars are down there? And these folks, I was one video I saw, they just keep these things running. Oh, I don't know if they're covered by insurance or safety issues and stuff like that, but they keep these cars going. Absolutely incredible. The point is that the knowledge of this world is something that should be shared, without a doubt. The goodness in this world is something that should be shared. And also the history of so many places of what we've all been through should be shared. And that is the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Because we don't learn just from what's good. And many times we probably don't even learn from what's good. Just take it for granted. But we do learn. And I think we can learn a lot more from those obstacles that we face. That's why I named this thing Advancing Through Obstacles, because we learn from that. And I hope you learn from what you see with some of the other people, some of the other folks that we meet along the way. Learn from them. Learn the fact that whatever that challenge is, there's some takeaway that goes along with it. There's some benefit that comes along with it, even if it can't be seen today, tomorrow, next month, and maybe next year. Maybe it takes a lot longer than that. And maybe, just maybe, how you deal with something will really inspire others for them to deal with that same situation, even though it's their story, but that same situation. All right, we'll put the plug in again here. March 1st, 7:30, Village Kabod over in Stony Brook. Get to meet the man. Hey, who knows? Maybe he'll have Lipa's songs with him. Probably not, because they're just getting back. I'm not even sure when they're getting back. Who knows? But that'll be an interesting one. And I'm curious to see what he actually learned from the experience over there about the commonality that many places have that are just not spoken about, and that's a shame. All right, friends, speak well, speak often, live inspired.